Okay, in today's video, I kind of want to show you how add-ons work. I think the best demonstration is with a pizza because pizza requires most of the add-ons that we have in our system. So as you log into the restaurant manager, we'll go to menus. And actually, I'm going to create a new menu for us so we can use it for our testing. So we're going to create menu. Actually, let me create a name and we'll call it our test menu. Test menu. And our description test menu, and we'll create menu. That's how you create a menu. And in the process, let me link this menu. I want to link it to our location so we can see it on the other side. So our test menu is going to be linked to Jason's, his virtual restaurant. We're going to make it active on every single day of the week. And we're going to allow as soon as possible orders, later today orders, and future orders. As soon as possible orders mean orders that can be done right away. Later today, orders later today, and future orders the next day. In some cases, we just do ASAP orders. It depends on the restaurant and the type of chain we're working with. So right here, we'll go back to our menu, and we have Jason's the test menu we're going to work on, and we're going to click on categories, and we're going to create a new category. And the first category we're going to create is called pizza category. And we always need a description, so let's call it, say, order the best pizza in Chicago. Okay? And just to give you an understanding of how portion sizes works, we have 6 potential portion sizes. And in pizza, for example, we want to start with, we can do a small, we can do a medium, we can do a large. Theoretically, we could even go all the way to extra large, extra large, and so on and so forth. But let's just do 3. So we chose 3 portion sizes. So these 3 categories will not be used. Display sequence is just the order sequenced in. This is always 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. unless you have a category that needs to be time specific. In this case, pizza is always going to be available, and we'll click Save. So we've created the category. Now we need to create the item. So the item we're going to create a new item. Let's call it pan pizza. Pan pizza is deep dish pizza. It's fantastic, but it's very heavy. And again, your choice. Then we'll call pan pizza. This pizza is with a thick crust. And since pizza is always, because in the United States, we consider a plain pizza cheese a base price, so we'll call the base price $10 for a small, $13 for a medium, $15 for a large. Some other things we can do here, the icons, we can make this, it's a most popular item. We can also make it a new item. Let's say it was new, gluten-free, vegetarian, so on and so forth. Minimum, maximum. Typically, this is always $1.99. The only time you may change this is if you may have a minimum order of 15 for catering, something like that. But generally, it's $19.19. Min max is this is not really relevant. We don't use that number, so we save it. So we created the item pan pizza, available every day of the week. Small, medium, large. It's active. But clearly, when you have a pizza, you have to have add-ons. When I say add-ons, you have to select toppings for it, maybe the type of crust, maybe how it's cut, maybe if you want dressing with it. So you need to create these add-ons. An add-on is created here. And these add-ons, when you create an add-on, it can be assigned to any item, okay, that you build it. So that's how you have to think of an add-on. So we're going to create an add-on, and let's go right now, toppings, okay? Because clearly, the first thing in a pizza is crust choice. So we're going to do crust choice. And this is not always the case, but in this case, let's say there's a crust choice. And typically a pizza has crust choice. You want to choose it. Please choose your crust. Please choose your crust. And maybe whole wheat versus, maybe it would be whole wheat versus white. So we have to add a blank option, and the first choice is whole wheat. Whole wheat. And let's say there's no cost to it, but you have the ability to add pricings for each portion size. So small, medium, large. But there's no charge for this choice. We're just going to call it whole wheat, and white. And we make this sequence 2. Now, one thing we want to do, we want to either allow one choice or multiple. In this case, we're only going to allow one because they only have one choice. And that's really the only thing you need to know about this. They must choose it. And so we're going to save this. So this is an add-on. Currently, it is not assigned to anyone using this add-on. I'll show you how to do that later. So we create a new add-on. How about toppings? Okay, we're on toppings. We want to put toppings on a pizza. Please choose. Now here's where it gets a little interesting. So with toppings on a pizza, in this case you can have as many as you want. So we're going to do multiple. But here we want to know, we want to be able to put it on the left side, right side, or full part of the pizza. So we do that. And in this case, we also want to be able to say we want to double, triple, quadruple toppings. So we do that. So you have allow as many toppings as you want. You want to be able to put it on the left, right, or full part of the pizza, and you want to have the ability to do it 1, 2, 3, or 4 times. So let's add some blank options. And I always say cheese is a topping because sometimes people they just want cheese, and cheese generally doesn't have a price because it's always pizza comes with cheese. And then another topping would be mushrooms, which I hate, but we're going to add that. And I'm going to do a sequence. And then for the toppings, there's a different topping. So for a small pizza, it's $1. For a medium pizza, it's $1.25. And for a large pizza, it's $1.50. Okay? Let's add another blank option. And it's sausage is very popular. And you can really add as many toppings as you want. And you can always come back to this. So you don't have to do it now. Let's say the price is the same. Okay? So on and so forth. And let's just add one more to show you how that works, and let's go spinach. My ideal pizza would be sausage, spinach, but not mushroom. I don't like mushroom. I could live without it. And so on and so forth. So and that's it. So we'll save it. Now you don't need to put any prices in portion 4 or 5, so let's go back to the toppings. You don't need any prices in 4, 5, or 6 because we don't have any category assigned to that. Let's add one more. So we come back and add another blank option if we wanted. So let's go pepperoni. So you can always come back here and always think about a topping. Something that people would possibly want on a pizza. Maybe no cheese because it comes with cheese. So you probably should add that as a topping choice, just so they can select it without any issues. So, and one more add-on on a pizza. Let's say they want to say, how the pizza is cut. Yeah, believe it or not, some people allow pizzas to be cut, and your choice. And so this is an only one, and there's no other modifiers here. And so we would add a blank option, pie cut, no price for this again, add a blank option, and square cut. And 2. Okay, now I'll show you why this is kind of cool. Okay, so you have these 3 toppings. You go back to the item, and you want to open up your pan pizza, and you want to select the available add-ons for the pizza. So we know the first choice is generally crust choice, so we would probably choose that first. And another add-on we're going to do is toppings, done. And we want to select the available of how the pizza is cut. Now, this is kind of important. We want to know when the customer views the system, views the item, we want to know, he wants the first thing should be crust choice, so that's display sequence 1. See where we make that display sequence 1, that's how it follows in the add-on. Toppings, we'll make that the next choice is 2. And then for how the pizza is cut, that's the third question they ask, that's 3. So we've now displayed it in the proper order. Typically if you build it, it will go in that order, but in case you need to change things around, you can move this to 3 and this to 2. Also, we want to make sure the crust choice is a required choice, not required. We want to make sure they have a choice here, so we make it required. If you don't make it required, they can skip over it, and we want to make sure they do that. Toppings are not required. Or we can make it required, but let's assume they don't need to be required, but the cheese, because cheese is pretty standard. But let's say we want to, so now we want to say, well, how would I get to order if I wanted 4 times pepper, if I wanted pepperoni on the half of the pizza? Well, option modifier 1 is, actually we made a mistake here. Option modifier 1 should be full left, right, or half. And option modifier 2 should be, we're going to allow this to happen, should be the amount of the single times, double times, they can do triple times. Maybe we don't let them do 4 times of the same item. And then this display pizza 3, let's say we don't want to make it required. So we're not required, but we're going to make a default that it's always going to be cut into small pieces if needed. So I saved that, but now you can see the problem. I had to fix that add-on, so I'm going to go back to the add-on, toppings, and option modifier 1 should be full left, right half. This should have been 1, 2, 3, 4. So we save that, and now we go back to the item. Let's see if it fixed it. It should have fixed it. We'll edit the item. And the toppings, yeah, option modifier 1 is full left, right half, option modifier 2. It's actually they're allowing 4, that's fine. And we save the item. So now this is ready to go. We click update website. Now it's going to take about 5-10 minutes for this to come up, but in the meantime I'll show you how it should look on a client of ours. So if we go to Giuliani's, their pizza place in Chicago, we click order online, and let's take a look at how their pizza is built and see if it was built right. Okay, so we're going to go to pizza. They're pan pizza. They call it cheese pan pizza. They're 10-inch, 12-inch, and 14-inch. And their additional toppings are here. Now notice how this works, okay? So they probably should have they don't have no cheese, which I would have added as an item, no cheese. And they only have 1 topping. They don't really, you can click on the sausage pizza. You can go full, left, right half, and up to 4 times. Okay, now let's see something here. Let's see if this is a required add-on. We add item. It's not a required add-on, so that works fine. It's just a cheese pizza pan. So that actually is built okay because it's not required, but if we want to do this. And notice that when you choose a half topping, you can do half of a pizza. It's only going to be half the price of $1.75. It should be, let's see. So let's see the cheese pan pizza. Yep, 88 cents. They charge half that item for that total. So that's how it works. That's how you do add-ons. If you can do add-ons on pizzas properly, you really can do add-ons elsewhere. So we'll do that, and that's it. So I will get back to you with more videos, but this is the one to start. Okay.